the idea that Bernie Sanders could weaponize the Democratic establishment against Joe Biden will be Joe Biden's fault.
Well, it's what he did against Hillary Clinton in 2016 as well.
But it's a lie. I mean, it's a lie. And Bernie is strong enough that I think listen, and I say this as a dispassionate former Republican who watched my party sort of implode around sort of fake truths and false grievances. The establishment had nothing to do with Joe Biden's victory. He's flat broke. He has not a single ad on the air. I mean, he's not advertising in any Super Tuesday states.
Yeah.
His victory is owed to African-American voters, male and female of every age in South Carolina, full stop. Now, the momentum he has today, he can share credit for that with Amy Klobuchar, Pete Buttigieg, Beto O'Rourke gave a remarkable speech, and a few others. But the Democratic establishment had essentially turned their back on Joe Biden before Saturday night.
See how you do, Joe. One other thing, though, about that, be the most important person to the nominee, to Joe Biden, if he is the nominee. I think Mike Bloomberg really would be the most important person, and not just because of the checks he could write to what is Super PAC or whatever supporting Biden, but because of the organization that Bloomberg has put together across the country,
no doubt.
that's paid through November.
Yeah.
That has done the sort of micro-targeting and mailings, and they're a lot more in touch
and
with the
Olympic trolling
the
of this president already.
Exactly.
Yes. And the ads paid and digital.
The likes of which you don't see.
I mean, but they're out on Facebook,
on Twitter,
and other social media. I mean, they're doing it the modern way, the way you have to run a campaign,
basically,
as opposed to the Democratic Party.
You could see Mike Bloomberg running the anti-Trump campaign while Joe Biden ran the Joe Biden for President campaign, and they could essentially be separate organizations.
Well, they would have to be, yeah.
Well, technically they'd have to be organizations, but they'd be separate projects, side by side.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.